All right, show me the money. Let's show you the money with our alternative promotion guideline, okay, that emphasizes more personal production, and you can grow a team, a small team, as a personal producer. Because some personal producers are like, man, I don't want to recruit. I don't want to babysit a whole lot of people. Well, okay, don't. But can you do a little bit? Okay. So let's show this new promotion guideline that we implemented the 1st of June. Okay, so the premise is, can you do 2 apps a day for 5 days in a row? I think Scott wrote, what, Scott, you wrote a couple smart ULs yesterday. I think you also have some other pucks in play, right? So 2 apps a day. Like Megan Wood, she wrote 10 apps in 1 day. Okay, and you guys saw her do what she was doing. Okay, so 2 apps a day. 2 life applications a day for 5 days in a row. So brand new agents, let's say you start at a 55% commission rate. Your commission income on this, you're gonna make $19.25 a week. You work 48 weeks, so your total income is $92,400, okay? This is at the 55% commissionable premium. And these numbers are based on persistency and placement, right? Persistency and placement, the ARC factor, all the different commission rates and all the products we write. And what I've done is I've done a composite number because I know what the averages are. And I've come up with a very conservative figure of $19.25 a week when you do 10 apps a week, okay? And then the renewal income coming off that is $649 a week. And these are renewals over the next 20 years. You get lifetime renewals on all our permanent products, but I just cut it off at 20 just to be conservative, okay? And then I decrement them because not everyone's going to keep their policy for 20 years, okay? So that's kind of factored in there. So you're going to lay in a renewal income of $32,472 a year, okay? So that is at the 55. But let's show you what we've done in order to move up, okay? And this is unique to my organization, okay? And I thought, well, what the heck? Why don't we get people to 85 quick? And so we're not going to do the other way of doing, which is career volume. We're going to do a total number of applications written. Okay, so when you have 5 issue paid sales, issue paid applications, okay, excluding children's whole life, okay, these are, you know, normal life policies, you're going to move up to 60% when you do 5. When you do a total of 10 career sales, you do 60, or you go up to 65. When you do 15 total, so increments of 5 apps will give you 5%. So 15 total sales for your career, you go to 70%. 20 total sales in your career, you go to 75%. 25 sales, 80%. And then 30 sales total, you move up to 85. And 85 is an important level in the business because that's when you get what we call the GLOW bonus. Right, the GLOW bonus gets paid out when you're building an organization that if you're at 85 and you bring someone up who moves up to 85, or you just hire them at 85, if they're an experienced agent, you're going to get 8% GLOW bonus override on that person. So it behooves you to get your 30 sales done right quick so you can get to the 85%. Now, the other way to do it is if you did 25,000 2 months in a row, you get to the silver producer level, and then you get to 85. So all these are, there's no increments here, meaning that if you do 30 sales in a month, you move to 85, okay? If you do 25,000 in 2 months in a row, you move to 85. So that's the other way to do it, which is based on volume, okay? Now, if you did 25,000, 50,000 in 1 month, boom, you're at 85 instantly, okay? So that's if you're below 85, it's your way to move up. So let's show you what the commission looks like at this 85% level. Again, 2 apps a day, 5 days in a row. You're going to make $29.75 a week. Again, this is taking everything out. This is a very conservative number. At 48 weeks, it's $142,800 a year. Then your renewal income, you're going to add another $944 a week of renewals over the course of the next 20 years for 48 weeks. Now that's $50,184 a year of additional renewals over the next 20 years. So every year you're doing this, you're going to lay in another layer of 50,000 over the next 20 years. Next year, another layer. So it just keeps adding up, baby. I love renewals. Now, this is the glow bonus. So the glow bonus starts at 88%. So 8% on your first layer of 85 percenters. Now, let's say that 85 percenter got another 85 percenter, then you would make 5% on that second tier of 85 percenters. Okay, your third tier of 85 percenters, you make 4%. Your fourth tier, you make 2%. The fifth tier, you make 2%. And then sixth and seventh tiers, you make 1% each, right? So no other company does this where we give you generational overrides. What most companies do is they suffer from this thing that we call commission creep, and that's why we instituted this program. Commission creep is when you're at 85 and someone moves their way to an 85, you've lost that income of overrides on that person because you're both at the 85% commission rate. We've solved that problem using the generational loyalty override. That's why our commission system is set up such that when you get another 85 percenter, you're going to get 88% on them, right? So anyway, this is a very important scenario when you think about building a team, right? So let's talk about how you move up using what we call the Super PAC promotion guidelines. And you can see based on pure production, you have to do this 2 months in a row, 80%, 20,000. Well, we already showed you how to get to 25 to get to 85% doing 30 sales. Okay, but if you did 20,000, normally 2 months in a row, you can get to 80. But these are the promotion guidelines all the way up to 120. You do 70,000 2 months in a row, you're at 120, baby. Now, you don't have to keep doing it. Once you're at 120, you're always at 120. So if you decide to bear down and do 2 months in a row, 70,000, boom, rock on. Have people done this? We've had people doing 83,000 in our group. Katrina Gustin, she did 83,000. A whole bunch of people in the organization, I think Minakino's at 70,000. It's going insane right now. And they're all after these higher commission rates. Once you get to 120, baby, you got 120. The next tier is going from 105 to 119. So there's a little bit of building going on here. Okay, so to get to 105, you're doing 25,000 yourself 2 months in a row. And if you help 2 other people or 2 organizations, you know, it could be one leg of 5 people and another leg of 3 people. Both those groups do 20,000 issue paid. You move up to 105, okay? Now, let's say you bump up your personal production to 27,500 and you have the same 2 organizations doing this 2 months in a row and you're rocking the 110 contract. Again, this is not incremental, okay? It's if you get an organization doing that 2 months in a row, man, we advance you to that commission rate. 115 is if you're doing 30,000 personal production, you have 3 organizations doing 20,000 issue pay per month. You get to the 116 when you do 32.5 and 3 organizations doing 20,000 each. 117 when you personally doing 35,000 and you got 3 organizations doing 20,000 each. 118, 40,000 personal production, again 3 organizations at 20K each. Then 119, 45,000 a month, personal production, 3 organizations doing 20,000 each. We're not talking about 9, 12, 15 organizations doing 75,000. We're talking only about 3 small legs. It could be 3 people doing 20,000 issue paid 2 months in a row while you're doing 45,000 issue paid 2 months in a row. Okay, so that's rocking. But Alex, is there higher levels than this? There certainly is. You can move up to the 130. So 120 is doing 30,000 personal production, but you got 4 organizations at 20,000. You move up to 125 at 40,000 personal production for 2 months in a row. You got 5 organizations, and then 6 organizations at 20,000 each. You're doing 50,000 2 months in a row, and you get the 130 contract. Okay, that's rocking. So we do have another promotion guideline that's based on you doing not a lot of production, but you got a whole organization of people doing a little, a lot, whatever. Okay, so but these guidelines are for the personal producer who doesn't feel like, you know, man, I don't want to build a huge hierarchy of people. Well, you don't have to here. You just got to find a few good people, you know, and be consistent, and you're still rocking the income. Let's take a look at what that means income-wise. So we got Juan here. We're going to show Juan how he can get 2 people started. We got Stella at 85%, and we got Mario at 85%. So when you get 2 organizations, and let's say they're at 85% because they're doing 25,000 each, in this scenario, he moves up to the 105 promotion level. He's personally doing 25,000 also. So they're all doing 10 apps a week, 2 apps a day. He's got 2 groups doing over 20,000. They're actually doing 25,000. So this is the income. His income is going to consist of 2 components: the 20% override between the 105 and 85%, and the 8% glow bonus in addition. So he literally gets 28% on the production for Stella and for Mario. So what does that mean income-wise for Juan? Well, Juan's at 105, so at 10 apps a week, he's doing $36.75 a week of income. His override and glow bonus on Stella is $9.80 a week. His override and glow bonus on Mario is $9.80 a week. Works 48 weeks, takes 4 weeks off for good behavior. And he's making $270,480 a year. And then his renewal income, his own personal renewal that he's laying in every week based on his production every week, is $1,291.50 a week. And then his override and glow bonus on their renewals. We are the only company that allows our agents to earn overrides and glow bonus on your group's renewals. Is that rocking? No other organization does that except for our organization, okay? So the total is $344.40 per week on Stella. On Mario, it's another $344.40 per week, okay? 48 weeks. His renewals alone, he's laying in $95,054 a year over the next 20 years, right, in renewals, right? That's total comp is just about 300, under 370,000, right? 5,000, 365,000-ish, something like that. Total comp. And that's just funny. 2 people, or it could be, you know, 5 people that's doing 25,000. They're doing 5,000 each. But I'm just showing 1 producer finding 2 good producers, okay? So let's take this another level. Let's say Juan finds 4 people doing this. Stella, Mario, Martha, and Zeus, the Greek god. He has 4 people doing this. They're doing 2 apps a day, 5 days a week. They're doing what he's doing. Not a large organization. 4 other people. Man, if you found 1 person a year that can do this, or you found 5 people a year that can do 5,000, whatever, right? You don't have to be recruiting hard. You just have to be going out there, putting a ZipRecruiter ads on our ZipRecruiter program. You're going to find people. A blind dog with a note in his mouth can find a $25,000 producer. You're going to be promoted to, Juan's going to be promoted to the 120 because he's got 4 legs doing over 20,000 a month of issue pay production. And his personal production, he kicks it up to 12 applications, right, a week. 12. We're only talking 12. Let's say he decides to work Saturday and knocks out 2 apps in addition, right? So this is his income. At his level, at 120, he's making over 5,000 a week. Remember, this is everything's taken out of this. Highly conservative. The override and glow on Stella is $1,505 a week. Can you imagine your override and glow bonus on Stella alone, right? It's $1,505 a week. But look, 120 minus 85 plus the 8% glow, that's his override, right? On Zeus, it's another $1,505. On Mario, it's another $1,505. On Stella, or on Martha, it's another $1,505 times 48 weeks. Now we're talking $530,880 a year. Let's check out the renewals. on this organization of 4 people, it's another 172, 396 and renewal income. I mean, that's pretty insane. That is pretty insane. So if you're a personal producer and you want, man, you don't got to be crazy building, right? The crazy building part is when you have a huge hierarchy of people doing every, multiple legs, etc. But this is the new super PAC system, and this is how it works to incentivize producers that want to produce, and then find a few people. But again, remember, you can get all the way up to the 120% doing 70,000 per year, per month for 2 months in a row.